All right, what is happening, fam? Let's get this live. Dusty, how's it going? Good evening. Shadane, how you doing? Good evening. Crypto Mind, good evening. Let's go. McKee, shout out to Asia. Kevin, Dark Scheme, how's it going? So, guys, we timed the pump yesterday. All right, we were looking at Bitcoin right here, and Bitcoin went up exactly to our target around 90,005, but Bitcoin is still doing nothing. Still doing nothing. You hit resistance. You hit resistance right here, and you reject it on BTC, okay? But nothing is happening. We are in an uptrend on the 4-hour on Bitcoin, I will say that. So we are in the uptrend on Bitcoin in the 4-hour time frame. Doing good, fam. Doing good, guys. Let's get it. Christmas is in a couple of days. The stock market is going to pretty much be closed for a bit. Some hours are going to be open, but the stock market hours, holiday hours, are going to be very, very slim. So that means there's going to be a lot of non-volume in the market. So here is the economic calendar. Moises, how you doing, brother? Here's the economic calendar, guys, for the stock market. So the 24th, the day before Christmas, the market closes at 12:30. And Christmas Day, the market is obviously closed. So the 24th and Christmas Day till 12:30, and then the 25th it is closed. So not much happening in the market, guys. Again, this is not really a trading market for me. Like, I would love to pump everything up and be like, yeah, we're going to skyrocket. Yeah, we're going to dump. But I do see Bitcoin pushing up to this fair value or this liquidity gap right here. So Bitcoin's looking good in that regard, because if you look right here, we're ranging at support, which is our equilibrium. Sure, we broke the trend. We kind of broke resistance, but we faked out on our liquidity sweep right here. We are holding the support right here in the 1-hour time frame. And as of right now, I can see Bitcoin going for this liquidity around 92K. I don't know if 94K is going to be possible. It is very, very possible, guys. If we wicked up and closed inside of the channel. But as of right now, it looks like Bitcoin is heading for 92K. 92K to 94K is what we're looking at, okay? Yeah. Now, the total crypto market cap, I showed you guys this in the beginning of the live, and I'm not sure how I feel about this chart, which is why shorting is kind of risky at the moment, but we are still in a downtrend. So the reality is we're in a downtrend, but I'll show you guys this on the evening crew. I showed the morning crew this, but I'm going to show the evening crew this as well. So total, your crypto total market cap, guys, has hit the bottom right here on the daily. Every single time the total crypto market cap has hit the bottom of the daily, we broke out. Here, bottom. Here, bottom. Okay, this was in 2024 September. A little bit of a fake out here, but we still bottomed. We wicked here. And then back in 2023, August, bottom. And sure, we'll go a bit further here to see some patterns. Okay, so we've got 22nd and 22 of July. You kind of bottomed. You did form a lower low, but then you bottomed at about 727 billion, which was when the market went into one of the biggest bear markets, essentially. So I'm not saying the market is bottom, guys, but I am all about patterns. And it is looking to me like we actually could get a breakout. We might not. We're overbought in the 18. We're overbought in the daily, but the fact is we did break out on the total crypto market cap. That is all your crypto market cap with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, everything. So if we go look at total 3, guys, this is your altcoins, right? Only your altcoins. And essentially you haven't done anything. But you're ranging at a little bit of a bullish pennant for consolidation. Okay, now why is that bullish or bearish? It's bullish because you haven't dropped. It is bearish because you're at the top of the channel. Right now is literally the ticking point for the whole trading market, for the whole crypto industry market. So it is very, very tough for me to call shorts, and it's very, very tough for me to call longs in this area. Because let's say we hit the top and we tank and I'm calling a long, or let's say we hit the top and we break out and I'm calling a short, right? Another thing I want to point out to you guys is there is a golden cross on the 4-hour 200 SMA. Now, this could be all hogwash. It doesn't really matter. The fact is that we're looking at the patterns. If we looked at total 3 right here on the daily, we actually never hit the bottom of the RSI. So I don't like that. But overall, in the crypto market cap, we did hit the bottom of the total crypto market cap. So smash that like button, guys. Let's run up the live tonight. All right. And yeah, that's essentially that. We are in a 50-50 category for the market, and you don't want to go 50-50 in crypto. We're having a lot of various signs here that are showing us that we are bullish. Like if I'm looking at my daily MACD's turning up, 18-hour MACD's turning up, but the caveat is we are still below the zero line on everything, which means that we are consolidating with some bearish momentum. Okay. Smash up that like button, guys. Hit that like button. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming on the live, guys. It is almost Christmas. I hope you guys are having an awesome week here. Does it feel like Christmas? Not to me, but I'm in business mindset. I'm going to hang out with my family and my mom and stuff, but I'm in business mode, and Christmas for me is just another day. But for the people who are into Christmas and going for it, I hope your kids are happy. I hope your family's happy. I know the celebration of the religion and stuff like that, but we're just rocking and rolling. Christmas is another trading day for me with Christmas stamped on it. I will say this, but there is snow, so I'm happy about that. We got some snow for Christmas, and it looks decent for sure. I'll tell you what, guys, Christmas is not what it used to be. I don't know why. Maybe I was younger, but something about Christmas now is so commercialized. I just don't like it. I'll be real. I don't like it. It's not even as festive as it used to be. I love the holiday. Trust me, I love the holiday. I love the idea. I love the vibe. I love spending time with family. It just isn't what it used to be. I don't know why. Maybe I need to be in New York. Maybe next year I'll spend Christmas in New York. We'll have to see, right? So we're going to go look at the top altcoins, guys. Maleem, how you doing? 2005. Mon, I got you, brother. I got you. Now, guys, I wouldn't go longing the market either because you could technically long here. You absolutely 1000% could. But it would have to break this area right here for you to long, for me to long. Non-financial advice, protect your own capital. But essentially, if it does break out here, we would go to about 90,007. We are in that range, but not much is happening. Not much is happening, fam. Not much at all. So let's take a look at this Mon trade before I forget. We made a lot of money off shorting Mon. What is Mon at now? Something. Okay, so Mon is still in a downtrend here. We're going to remove our drawing. We're going to reset our chart. Here we go. We're going to take these alerts away. Go over the Chiliz long. For sure, I'll go over the Chiliz long. Absolutely. Kevin, gold is about to break $4,500. Absolutely, Kevin. Gold is looking very, very, very good. Okay, so Mon hit the bottom here. It is in a macro downtrend. So I don't think I'd be, well, you could hypothetically long this. Tim, how you doing, brother? Yeah, so this could be a long right here to about 3.6 possibly. Again, it's just really tough for me along this market, but it did break out. And it is oversold in the 1 hour. Your 4 hours dropping though, so maybe wait till that 4 hour sets. You need to break out of your conversion line for Mon to do anything. And the conversion line on Mon is going to be about 2.2. And then you're looking at pumping up to about 3.4. So I would say Mon is looking pretty good. To about this area right there. But you are in a macro downtrend. It would have to break that conversion line. If anything, I'm looking for a short up here. I'm just not going against the downtrend, guys. These pumps are very, very weak. These pumps are very, very weak, especially when Bitcoin drops. Okay, Chiliz, sure. Actually, let me show you. Let me show you the liquidity gaps here on Mon that we're looking at. Again, guys, a lot of these pumps are not going to be as good because we're in a downtrend. If you're in an uptrend, for sure. But it definitely, if it breaks this area, it could potentially pump up to 3.2, which would be the top of the channel, right? Hit that like button, guys. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on X. Yeah, I don't know. It has the golden cross, but I don't like the risk to reward because if I'm longing Mon right here, here's where I'm going to long it. I'll long it here, let's say, but my risk to reward is only here. Keep in mind, guys, when you are looking at a trade, you need to look at the parallel channel. If you're trading how I'm trading, if you're trading a different way, don't worry about it. But this is a very key resistance and a key support. That is only a one-to-one trade. That means you're willing to risk $1 for $1. It doesn't make sense. When I'm looking for a trade, I want to risk $1 for $3, $100 for 300, right? That is how I trade. That's a 1 to 4, that's a 1 to 5, and even a 1 to 3. Okay. If you want to make money in crypto, you look for 1 to 3s, you look for 1 to 5s. My favorite trader in the industry trades 1 to 5. He's buying a supercar every week, 300 grand every 2 weeks. The guy's absolutely crazy. Dropped out of school. It doesn't matter. He only trades 1 to 5. He makes about 30 grand to 60 grand per session, and he is done trading. Okay. So a lot of us, we just spend time in the market gambling. It is what it is, right? We're creatures of habit. We really like trading. But at some point, we need to ask ourselves is, how much money have we actually made just going for these quick trades? Now, for the people that can say they 5x, 10x in a month, great. But for the people that say they broke even, you got to be more patient on trading, which is why I'm not trading anything right now. There is nothing in the market showing me that we have anything close to a 1 to 3 trade. Nothing, because we're really flat right now. But of course, we could continue to possibly move up. Now, London session is going to be interesting, but I'm going to look at Chiliz, guys. It has done nothing. Now, I'm going to give you guys a bullish scenario and a bearish scenario. We're going to go over this a bit here. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great trade, for sure. But, okay, so we broke out on Chiliz, 1,000%. We broke out. Will it hold the breakout? I hope. I don't know. It's up to the market. But here, we broke out. So if you look at it, it completely broke out. Even if it came down to 3-4, it broke out. It's above the 200 SMA. You're ranging in a bit of a pennant there. The only thing I don't like is about spring action to the upside. Typically, that means that buyers are exhausted. But we did break out, and the MACD is crossing up on the 3-day. And the weekly, the MACD is crossing up, and the weekly is going up. So when I look at this trade, I like it. I'm cautious because we're in a bearish market. Okay, I'm definitely cautious because we're in a bearish market, but I can see that we're bouncing off of a fair value gap on the 3-day. We got 21 hours left, bouncing off of a really big fair value gap on the 3-day. I don't like this tweezer reversal candle. I'll say that. So basically what I want to do is I want to protect my capital. Okay. I'm all about protecting my capital, guys. That is it. So my play on this now is we hit the top, we hit the bottom. We hit the top, we haven't hit the bottom. So there's a possibility that Chiliz comes down to 348, whatever it is, in this region, and then pumps all the way back up to here. I'd be taking profit up here, getting out of the trade, reevaluating. If it breaks out, okay, there's a possibility that this pumps and runs. But as of right now, we're following this channel. So if we're following this channel, that might mean we're going to consolidate till the end of the 3-day. Technically, this did break, but it is going sideways. Okay. So not really much is happening. You are in a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder, but you are in a downtrend channel. Okay. You're in a downtrend channel. I don't like the fact that you're in a downtrend channel. However, we are oversold on the 4 hours. So I'll have to get more information on that. but it does look after the 3-day we possibly could move up. In the macro here, if you look at the macro time frame, since we actually broke out, the next key resistance is about 4.6. Okay, so that is the next key resistance on Chiliz, and you are in a nice rounded bottom. That's why I say low leverage or spot. Okay, typically I wouldn't call a trade like that in this market, but then you're looking at the weekly, and the weekly is turning up with pretty heavy bullish divergence. All right, so anything could happen, guys. This is a ranging market. We aren't necessarily bullish. We're not necessarily bearish. We are just ranging, okay? So we can see Bitcoin rejecting that breakout, which at the moment, it looks like Bitcoin is going to drop. 4 hours dropping here. We might hit to the bottom of that RSI and then continue to stay flat. We'll see. But I really wouldn't be trading Bitcoin unless it's at the top of the channel. And we will have to see what London does, right? If London is pumping again, we probably know New York's going to manipulate. We're just really ranging on Tokyo. We're not really doing anything in the Tokyo session. I know we're dropping, but this isn't really a drop. This is more accumulation than anything. And we know that London usually pumps and picks us up, right? So my charting tells me this Thursday could be a run-up based on April's drop. There we go. I would say we could probably pump Christmas Day as well. Olga, how you doing? Good evening. Can you look at AVAX? For sure. Let's look at gold first. Guys, gold is hitting our target. Hitting the top of the channel perfectly here. I wouldn't short gold at the moment. Even though we're at the top of the channel, I wouldn't short it. We are on a very big uptrend here. If gold breaks this uptrend, it would be a good short. But yeah, gold is looking really, really good, guys. Obviously, at the top of the channel, I personally am going to wait for gold to have a correction back down. But there should be definitely another correction here in gold. You've got some bearish divergence. That doesn't really matter. I wouldn't short gold, but I would. If we break this area right here on our 15-minute time frame on gold, then there's a possibility that we break here and come down. I probably wouldn't trade gold. I wouldn't long it. I wouldn't short it. We're at key resistance. This market is in a zone where I wouldn't really trade it. I would just watch it, guys, unless we hit the top of that channel again. Replaying the April drop. April drop on what? Bitcoin? All right, Avalanche, AVAX. So AVAX is at the top of the channel. So if I'm looking at AVAX on the RSI, we broke out. I don't know, guys. We're looking very, very bullish on a lot of coins right now. Like, we're in a downtrend. Don't get me wrong. We're bearish, but we're right there. And the fact is that we broke out in the RSI. We're right there on AVAX. We're literally right at the resistance on the daily. This would mean that AVAX, if it broke out, we haven't broken it yet. No, we did break the downtrend here on this channel right here. We haven't. What was the April drop? I don't even know if I was March, April, May. Okay, so the April drop, let's go look at the April drop. April, right here, 85K. Yeah, there you go. That would be the total crypto market cap too. Right here, right here. That's when the total crypto market cap dropped. And then you had a higher high. If you look right here, you dropped and now you have a higher high. So the only difference about this drop is if you're looking at the April drop, we formed a lower low here, and here we formed a higher high with some hidden bearish divergence. Bullish divergence, I mean. We're looking very, very close to bottom, and I cannot believe I'm saying that, but the total crypto market cap already reset. Could we go lower? For sure, we could go lower. We're in a downtrend. And we are rejecting, by the way. So you can see we're rejecting that top right here. 18 hours overbought. We're probably going to drop one more time. But I would say we're very, very, very close to bottom. One more drop, potentially. One more drop, guys. Or ranging, but it does look like one more drop. Will that be today? I don't know. Normally, I could predict the market really good, and I'm not going to say predict. You guys know I've been pretty spot on with calling the market. I can't call this because we've got bullish indicators saying we're bottomed, but we also are at the top of resistance telling me that we're tapped out. So the big thing is at the moment, we're either waiting for a drop or we're waiting to break out. That there is not enough risk to reward right now unless I'm shorting at the top of the channel about 92, 92.5 for this to tell me that we're going to drop. Now, here's the caveat to this. The 800 SMA is right here, which could cause a massive death cross, okay? Now, if we look at USDT.D, okay, USDT.D is bullish. So we're definitely, people are trusting stable coins more than they are assets. Obviously, gold, silver, all that jazz. But USDT.D did break out. USDT dominance, perfect breakout there. 18 hours oversold. So it does look like money is going to be flowing into Tether, guys. So with that correlation, we can see the market very flat. If you're new to the live, guys, smash that like button. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Shout out to the OG people on the live tonight. We have a bull flag and a pennant on a breakout on XRP, but it is not looking bullish. Here's the RSI bounce that XRP could do if it did. Somewhere in this area, double bot. Like, it looks like XRP is going to completely drop, but I don't like trading XRP right now because you're at the middle of the channel. And again, trading in the middle of the channel does really nothing. It hasn't really moved. If I'm going to get XRP on a short, I'm probably going to get it at the top of the channel, or I'm getting long at the bottom of the channel. And the problem with the market right now is you are literally ranging at the top or the middle of the channel on everything except for Solana. Solana is actually rejecting. Kind of. Like, normally you would be crashing and burning right now all the way on Solana, but it isn't doing anything. It's just chilling at resistance. Is anyone in any trades right now, guys, besides XRP? All right, let's also look at Ethereum here too. ETH USDT. So ETH is kind of faking out here. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't trade it. I just don't feel confident with any of these charts. Like, I know we're in a downtrend. Guys, but the same factor, the reality is all the MACDs are turning up, and that is enough to stop me at my tracks and say, hey, look at the market in a little bit more detail, right? Sure, we're in a downtrend, and sure, this should be a short, but we're just not dropping. We're ranging, right? Chiliz long. Yep, Chiliz is looking good. Honestly, Chiliz is my favorite trade right now. This is my favorite trade in crypto. If it holds the trend, if it breaks, then great. Upside, downside, not good. We did break out on the RSI here on Chiliz. We broke out. So we did break out. Okay. We did break out, but it is going sideways. You do have a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder here on the 15-minute. The only thing is you're in a downtrend right now. So it is a good long here because we broke out. But my question is, do I take profit at the top or do I wait for the breakout? If this starts rejecting at the top, I will get out and go back in right here. But yeah, we did break out. So, and if you're looking at the daily for this thing right here, there's no more resistance really. Okay, there's a fair value gap here, but really you're looking at targeting here. Looking at your liquidity gaps on Chiliz, you need to break this area right here. If this doesn't break right here, it doesn't matter how bullish this is, this can tank. But it is in a very nice ranging bull pennant right now. So we'll see what happens. We're in a micro downtrend and a macro breakout. And it doesn't really look like Bitcoin's affecting it. Move your stop loss to break even because of that RSI and MACD. Exactly. You never want to go against the MACD. I've learned it too many times. So the 4-hour MACD did cross on Bitcoin, which is very bearish. So I definitely would not be longing the market. And there is a tweezer reversal right here. So again, guys, remember I said we haven't hit the top of the channel yet. It looks like Bitcoin is going to play with everybody until this top of the channel's hit. Now I know I said 92K in the title, but I'm kind of going off what I see, and it could literally be like that. It could even be 90K. But I see us just ranging in that region right there and hanging out, essentially. Hanging out. Now, there's a tweezer reversal here forming on Bitcoin. So we'll have to see what London does. I want to see what London does. I'm not trading this. I probably should have gone to a short up here, but there's not enough risk to reward for me to trade this at the moment. Again, if you look at the macro here, macro, not the macro, but the smaller time frames, we can see that Bitcoin did break out. So typically when Bitcoin breaks out of this trend, typically it is going to drop. You didn't do that. It went sideways. So now, if you're looking at the downtrend, guys, here, Bitcoin could drop from 88.7 all the way down to 86.9. Okay. So that is what we are looking at on Bitcoin. And Chiliz is not being affected by this drop on Bitcoin. So that is telling me that Chiliz is decoupled from Bitcoin. Well, everything else does come down. Aave might be doing something. This market is very, very weird. Very weird. I would love to catch an Aave short back on the top, which would be about 192. All right, Aave, let's see if you want to go against Bitcoin. Yeah, Moises, you're right, about 86K. So Aave breaks out of this, guys. This will fly, essentially. You did... If you can break out this little downtrend on Aave here around 154, this could pump all the way up to 177. I would definitely keep an eye on Aave, guys, because Aave has been dumping a lot. And yes, it is in a downtrend, but if we look at Aave right here, shout out to the people that made massive money on this Aave short. We were calling around 187, even lower, even higher. Yeah, so you can see right here, guys, that Aave did break out. So now you're just waiting for that breakout of this area right here, and you could get a pump to about 171. And the 4-hour is very, very oversold on Aave. And you did definitely break out of that 1-hour time frame. And you've got some bullish divergence, and you are printing a double bottom right here. Now, it might not play out the double bottom, but if it does break out of that area, you will get a little bit of a pump on it for sure. Right, let me see if Mantle broke out. I'm going to set my alert to long Ave above here because it does look like it is doing its own thing. It dumped when Bitcoin didn't dump and possibly can move when Bitcoin moves, at least to about 170. All right, Mantle is about to break that trend. So Mantle did definitely break out. 119 was the top. MNT.USDT. Let's see what we got going on here. So we've got looks like we got a bit of a breakout here on Mantle. I don't like how Mantle has all of this support. Well, there's no support really on the macro, but if you're looking at let's see. So you've got a downtrend right here, but you never hit the top here. You've got a little bit of a downtrend. I would say you could possibly get Mantle one more time at about 115, and that would be my short. There's a possibility that Mantle does come up to 115-ish region. All right, guys, so we've got 51 minutes left on this 4-hour close. We're going to be able to see what happens in the market. Let's see if we go to gainers and losers here. See what is happening. Ecomi pumped. Wow. Jelly pumped. Polymesh pumped. Zerebro pumped. Okay. Curve is 37 cents. Songbird. AVAX is trending a bit. Aave dump. Zcash is ranging. Yeah, so I would say, guys, you could probably find one more pump on MNT to about 117. I'm just not buying this dump. I don't know why. I just don't feel confident in it. And normally when I don't feel confident in something, it's like that Bank of Japan day, right? Where there was supposed to be a drop and there was a pump. I just don't feel confident on the drop. Like, I feel like we're going to drop, but not yet. All right, guys, hit that like button. Let's run up the live, guys. Shout out if you are new. Thank you for everybody coming on the live tonight. Like, we're definitely dropping, guys. Don't get me wrong, but it looks like we're more in this range. Where the heck are my Bollinger Bands? So you know what? Let's do this. Let's take off everything here. I want to see every indicator for a moment. Okay, so the Bollinger Bands are tightening on the daily. We've seen this. We've seen this. The Bollinger Bands are tightening. Typically, you're going to range and then you're going to tighten. We kept on ranging here. So if that is the case, we are most likely definitely going to drop. So another reason here is why we've been ranging, guys, is because the stochastic RSI is still moving up on the 3-day time frame. It is not at the top yet, but you are very, very below your 50, which means you're very, very bearish. And what we can kind of see in this area right here is that we're probably not going to continue back down really until that 3-day moves up. You're going to see that 3-day almost at the top in 20 hours and 47 minutes. So a bit more range of consolidation until we hit the top of that 3-day, which is why we're just ranging up and down in this range. Even if you look at the 8-hour time frame here, eight hours very, very overbought, and the Bollinger Bands are starting to tighten. So we're going to get a move. It probably will be a drop. It most likely will be a drop, but I say we push up one more time. We're just pushing up on that 3-day. We're getting that 3-day to the top, guys. We're getting that stochastic RSI to the top. And then once we get that stochastic RSI to the top, I think we're rocking and rolling. And what I mean by rocking and rolling is probably dropping. Because if I go look at the total crypto market cap, the 3-day is moving up, but you're very, very bearish. So like someone said there about the drop here back in April, this is most likely what is going to happen. We went up a bit and then we come down, we form a lower low and we form bullish divergence. And I would say that is going to be very, very close to the bottom. Running into 2026 with a bit of an uptrend, because the weekly is very, very oversold on the weekly. Like, we're very oversold, guys, on the weekly. This is just very, very oversold. Of course, we can stay oversold, but the reason we're not completely dumping is because the weekly is very, very oversold. So we are definitely getting more information. We're definitely getting more information, guys, in this market with me taking off some indicators and looking at the bands. There's about to be a move. It is probably going to be a drop. It is most likely going to be bearish, very bearish. Short BTC every morning around 9:50 a.m. There you go. All right, guys. Let's look at Zcash, ZEC. Yeah, so it looks like Zcash. Fast Easy, what is up? Again, I just don't feel like the market is going to dump yet. So Zcash, Zcash is almost at resistance here. For anybody that likes longing, this could be a long right here, down here. I don't go against the MACD myself, so I wouldn't be longing, but I would say about on Zcash, guys, that we move up to whatever that is, about 550. 550 in this area right here. And then that would be our drop because Zcash is in this uptrend. Honestly, Zcash is in a really good uptrend right now, which means when it breaks this channel, it'll most likely drop because that is a 3-point trend. We like seeing 3-point trends because when they break, the whales are cashing out, but they also pump. So I could see Zcash bouncing off this area and coming back up here. Keep in mind, guys, London has been pumping the market for the last week. We're in a Tokyo ranging session right now, right? We'll see how that plays out. Now, if Bitcoin does break this, yeah, we got really good bullish divergence here. If Bitcoin does break this downtrend into the London session, you technically could long Bitcoin above the breakout here all the way to about 90,008 or 91,000, whatever that is, if London does tap that high. New York took out the London low and the Tokyo low. Now it looks like London is going to take out the New York high. Personally, myself, guys, it looks like London to me is going to take out the New York high. Because typically what happens is New York takes out the Tokyo or London low or high, and then London typically goes after the New York high. That has been constantly happening for the past week, month even. So I would say that London's going to go take out that New York high. And then we range, and then we consolidate, and then we dump, and we do the same song and dance until we hit the side of the channel. But yeah, let's keep an eye on AVAX. Let's keep an eye on Chiliz. I wanted to check out ADA. I wanted to see if ADA was going to pump. Nothing is happening. Jelly pumped a bit. Jelly broke. Jelly's hitting resistance, but if it does break out, there is a possibility that this pumps all the way up to about 16-ish. So set an alert here, guys, because we're rejecting the conversion line on the parallel channel. And Jelly's looking good if you break out for a nice pump, possibly. Possibly to the top here around 69%, guys. So keep an eye on Jelly. All right, guys. So we got a lot of support here in the market. And there we go. We can kind of see Tokyo is bringing it back up. Off that bullish divergence on the 5-minute time frame. If we go from peak to here, we actually did break out of the trend on the RSI. So if we broke out on the trend on the RSI, that does tell me that we are going to possibly break out on the actual price action on your chart. So we broke out on the RSI, but now we're waiting to break out on the price action. Once we break out on the price action, we should continue up to take out that previous New York high that they set. And then after it dropped, Tokyo took us down. But the market has been in accumulation. This is not a dump. This is following the AMD pattern: accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? New York manipulated. London distributed last night, and Tokyo is accumulating. All right, guys, hit that like button. Let me know if you're new here, if you're OG fam. Let's go. If you're making money in the Beast Limitless trading community, guys, I want to hear it. Put 22 in the comment section below. 222-222. All right, guys, let's look at some pumping coins here that has been moving, not really doing anything, but Midnight is flat, I could tell you that. Rain is flat, I could tell you that. Pump Fund is flat, I could tell you that. Everything that's dropping right now is pretty flat. Let's take a jab here at Uniswap. I want to see if there's a move possibly here to the upside or downside. Yeah, so we broke out of that channel, guys, and we pumped. We broke out right here. We pumped. We looked at this last week, and we can see Uni has been moving up. We have got a rounded bottom. We broke out there. We've got key resistance right here on Uniswap. I can see Uniswap pumping to around 942, possibly. Let's go look at our liquidity gaps right here. Yeah, so major pump area right here on Uniswap. If we break this area, guys, so set an alert above right here, because this will be a really profitable long. You will get easy money off of this breakout, even to the equilibrium around 742, but this could actually pump all the way to $9 plus. So this is looking very good. And I would definitely set an alert on Uniswap around 655. If it starts breaking out, long it, non-financial advice, protect your own capital, set your stop losses, set your take profit, all that jazz. But Uniswap setting up, guys, for a nice major move. And again, if we look at Bitcoin, we could still push down to this area right here, right? We still could. We're just waiting for our price action to break out. All right, guys, hit that like button. Let's run up the live. I appreciate everybody for coming on. Take out the time of your day spending time with me, even in a boring market. The reality is we could find trades and setups anywhere. So it definitely looks, guys, that we are probably going to be pumping into London with the 15 oversold, the 1 hour oversold. Possibly. Amoto, how you doing? I appreciate you. I hope I said your name right. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate your support. One Up Trading, let's go. Ave looking right at that trend line on the weekly. Yep. Ave's just formed a rounded bottom, a double bottom too. Like we are in a downtrend channel on Ave, but we're very, very oversold. Ave hit the bottom of the 18-hour here. 4 hours looking good. I definitely would not try to long Ave, I'll tell you that, or short Ave, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, I'm just really waiting for this breakout of this 3-point trend. We have a very good 3-point trend here. Again, guys, anytime you see a 3-point or 4-point trend, that means there's heavy, heavy resistance or support. So if we break out of this area on Ave right here, we are going to essentially, or should definitely pump to about 170. But that all depends what the market is going to do. Did I miss you analyzing ETH? I did analyze ETH. We didn't really see anything going on with it. But again, we do have the top of the channel on Ethereum being resistance. It did break out sideways. It did break out sideways right here. But here at the top of the channel here. So, and the 18 hours very overbought. You actually have a head and shoulder on Ethereum right now. Doesn't the 3-point trend mean the resistance will be hard to break? Correct. Correct, yeah. And the support, it'll be hard to break. So if you're trying to short a 3-point trend, you're probably going to lose. If it breaks, though, that is when the money is going to come because that is a strong break. Ty Scott, appreciate your comment. Do you buy spot during the bear market? Okay, so the only spot trade I have right now is Chiliz. And that is it. I don't buy spot in the bear market typically. Yeah, that is really it. The only spot trade I'm on right now is Chiliz and a very, very low leverage long. Yeah, I don't recommend buying spot in a bear market unless it did break out. And the reason I have Chiliz is because it broke out on the daily. But typically, I will not buy spot in a bear market ever. And I know people say DCA, DCA. I don't believe in dollar costing average. And I'll be honest with you guys, a lot of people might agree or disagree. I don't believe in a HODL portfolio. We're in a market that a HODL portfolio doesn't make sense because there's over 1 million coins. There's only so much money to go around in the world. And if I talk to 10 people in my city right now, they don't even trade crypto. I could go to any 10 people and they say, well, I don't know much about crypto. So that tells me that there's not enough money to go around. I don't buy spot in a bear market or the bottom of a bear market. I only buy spot in a breakout. And reason being is because we could go down more and more and more. We don't actually know the bottom, guys, until it breaks out. You could try and time the bottom all you want, but until we break out of the trend, that is when the money is going to be made. And then absolutely I'd be buying spot. I'll probably be loading up 10 coins when we break out on Bitcoin, when the weekly stochastic RSI is touching the 20, all of that stuff. But I don't believe in a HODL portfolio. I believe in day trading, and that is about it. You know, I could have held that Aave trade to the bottom, like I said, but I still made good money on it, and I'm okay with that. Now, should you buy spot in gold and silver? That is another question, right? Because we're actually running on it at the current moment. But yeah, not much going on in the crypto market, guys. There's not much of anything. Everything is completely flat. Nothing is dropping. You could say Bitcoin is dumping, but Bitcoin's not dumping, okay? Just so everybody knows, this is not a Bitcoin drop. This is a range. Even if Bitcoin dropped down to 84K right now, that wouldn't be a drop, okay? This is a range from 84K to 90K. Okay, it's a really big range, but that wouldn't be a drop. That is just ranging volatility. A drop is going to be breaking 84.2. A drop is going to be 92 to 84. That would definitely be a drop because you're breaking that range. So when people say the market is dumping, I kind of laugh. And when people are saying the market is pumping, I kind of laugh because all we're doing is trading this range right here. Now, I will say the 4-hour Bollinger Bands are very, very tight. So there's a move coming, guys, very quick. 2 hours oversold. 4-hour is almost oversold, and you are above that trend line. So you're above that trend line right here. You're very, very oversold. Your Bollinger Bands are really tight. Tell me what is going to happen. Either a drop or a pump, right? And based on what I'm seeing, it looks like we are about to pump. Now, I'm not saying full on pump, but pump in the range. Yeah, sure, we could pump to about 92, maybe. But we're going to be playing the range more than anything. You've been setting auto pay on $15 a BTC for the last 4 years. Awesome. That's really good. Bitcoin perpetual open interest rises as traders bet on a year-end rally. We'll see. We'll see. But there's a move coming tonight, guys. There's a move probably coming in the London session. Of course. Leave it to London. Moises, Uni BTC pair has been great. That's my only spot holding now besides Cubic. Yeah, guys, this is really the market that we're dealing with. And you can see that Chiliz is probably going to pop here shortly. Inverse head and shoulder. Broke out, going sideways. This is the only spot trade I would really take, or leverage trade, low leverage. But hopefully after this 4 hour, we get some retrace momentum here up to the upside. 30 minutes oversold. Yeah, you're just really ranging. So I want to see a move on this one. That's my only trade I really recommend. And even that, it needs to hold the channel. It is holding the channel. Let's take a look at Caspa, see if Caspa is rejecting here. Okay, so remember, guys, Caspa's at that resistance right here, but you are not dropping. So, and you technically did. Okay, you're not breaking out, you're trying to break out. You did break out here. Caspa did break, kind of broke, almost broke the downtrend on that shorter time frame. Caspa's very, very overbought, but you're oversold on the 1 hour. So I would be very, very cautious on Caspa. But if Caspa did somehow pumped to around 5, 6, that would be a really, really good short, an amazing short. Amazing short for sure. Okay, I want to look at a trade that I just seen on my watch list. And I know this used to be very, very bullish, TIA. I don't know what is happening with TIA right now. Well, welcome to crypto. TIA is going to go chase this wick, clearly. So I really want to find a long on TIA at the bottom. TIA is very, very bearish, but this will probably attract new buyers at the bottom. And if TIA breaks this support, TIA will drop. But if you look at the 1 hour time frame on TIA and the 4 hour, you've got hidden bullish divergence, you've got bullish divergence, and you're very, very oversold. So keep an eye on TIA, guys. I'm not talking about for a long, you could possibly long TIA, but I'm talking for a short around 57 cents because we know TIA is in a downtrend. So I'm going to set an alert right here on TIA. Rockin' and rollin', fam. All right, Bitcoin, let's break out in the London session, pump it up, and then drop it in New York. Drop it in New York. We need right here. We need a breakout right here, and then we bang. And then we bang. Yeah, looks like London is... It looks like London is going to set the tone for tonight while everybody is sleeping. What's Turbo at? Nothing. No, Turbo broke out. Did Turbo break out? Double bottom breakout? Double bottom fake out? I don't... That's crazy. Turbo broke out. It's ranging sideways. I don't know. Oversold, oversold. It definitely looks to me that we're going to get a rally pump. Like everything I'm looking at is saying that we're going to pump. How high? As of right now, 92 to 90, 92, 8 to 92.5 to 92. We range a bit more. We're looking at about 91. All right, guys, hit that like button. I appreciate everybody on the live. So let me ask you guys a question. Riddle me this for a moment. Let's say the market did break out in 10 days, 2026. Bitcoin broke out. Everything starts moving. Bitcoin's moving up, 95K, 96. What are you putting in your spot portfolio? Because remember I said I don't believe in a HODL portfolio. But if we end up breaking out, the reality is money will grow if you put in an asset that has dropped and broke the downtrend. All right. So what are you guys putting in your portfolio if the market breaks out? You only have 5 coins you could put. I want everybody answering this question. 5 altcoins, that is it. What altcoins are you choosing? Solana, okay. Virtual, that's the smart one. XRP, okay. Track, okay. Should probably check the downtrend in virtual here. Solana, Sui, ETH, Tron, Capes, let's go. Tron is a good one. Link, ETH, Solana, Sui, Hype, XRP. Hype is a good one. Link is a good one. Okay, I like how you guys are picking coins that are actual institution coins. Man, virtual is going to pump when it pumps. Tau is a good one. Arrow is a good one. Yep. 100%. Wow. Virtuals is bearish. Virtuals is literally on the verge of breaking out. I don't. XRP, HBAR, XDC. That is another good one. Aster, Pete, Sui, Tau. Okay, a lot of you guys like Tau. Let me look at Tau. So Tau did break out. But now we're just really ranging sideways in a bit, selling off a bit. I don't know. Troll is my only meme. Bill, how you doing? Shout out to you. Thanks for commenting on the live. Dot and AVAX for the Hail Marys. Some Brett. Okay, Turbo is in my portfolio. I'll tell you guys that much. Turbo will be in my portfolio. Aave will be in my portfolio. Not sure what else. So Tau could actually hit the top here. That's in the shorter term, though. It's a 5 minute. 1 minute, I mean. There's the 5 minute. Tau's not really doing anything, just ranging. Nope, nada. Nada's happening. Ondo, Arrow, Beam, Render, AVAX. Okay. I like the Ondo pick. I really like the Ondo pick. I'm also going to add Chiliz to my portfolio because Chiliz did break out. Ondo's in a huge downtrend. Very, very flat. I don't think I showed you guys the macro here on Chiliz. I showed you guys the smaller time frame on Chiliz, but I'm going to show you guys the macro here. So let's say this is pretty much what Chiliz can go to on the macro, just so you guys know, which is around 11 cents. So I would definitely be adding this to my portfolio 100%. You're still in the Ave short, PC surgeon, set your stop losses and profit, right? And then if you look at the macro, you broke out right there on the macro. So you're breaking a downtrend from 2021 on Chiliz. Why? I don't know. But keep an eye on it, guys. This could absolutely pop off. Got to be patient. You got to be patient. It is the only actual breakout in the market. There might be other breakouts. I believe Pendle broke out. Pendle might have broke out too. Hold on. No, never mind. Pendle didn't break out. But when Pendle does break out, it'll be a dynamite breakout. Yeah, Pendle's looking pretty good at the double bottom, but not really anything is happening on Pendle at the moment. So 233-ish. All right, guys, smash up that like button. Hit that like button. Let's run it up, fam. Let's run this live up. I know the market is flat. We got a 4-hour close approaching. Let me look at UFD, Unicorn Fart Dust, because I know it's funny, but I want to know when this breaks out. Because when it breaks out, this is going to pop. As is a lot of other meme coins. But I wouldn't mind a meme pump right now. Sure, give me a meme pump. At this point, give me a meme pump. Right? Give me a meme pump. I'll be happy. Christmas meme pump. Pump everything up. We're good. Okay, this hasn't broken out yet, but it is very, very close. A lot of things are looking bottom, guys. A lot. Now, you don't want to go against the downtrend. So don't do that, but all right, Kronos, Chainlink, Cardano, we looked at that. Dogecoin, not doing anything, not doing anything. Let's look at crypto.com and see where we're ranging at on Crow. Yeah, we came down to the bottom of the channel like I expected. See, this will be a very good chart to watch. Crypto.com. The reason being is, guys, it has been following the support like perfect. So it might break. It might break, but you do have a rounded bottom. And the fact that Crow is trending on a breakout right now at about 8.9 is looking okay. Little bit of an inverse head and shoulder here on crypto.com. We did hit the bottom of the channel. If anybody's looking for a spot trade, this would be the perfect spot trade to get into. That and Chiliz, because Chiliz broke the macro. But crypto.com's in a huge rounded bottom. So watch crypto.com, guys, because this can potentially reverse here. Potentially. It might just break, but you've got bullish dive on your 3-day from right here to right here. So we might get a ridiculous rally on crypto.com. So what I want to do is I want to draw a little channel here. A little bit of resistance from here to here. So I would be adding crypto.com to my portfolio. I'm going to set an alert around 10:04. So we got Chiliz in my portfolio now. We've got crypto.com. We've got Aave. Only if the market breaks out, though. And that's really all I got. There's not much more to look at. But crypto.com's looking fire. We looked at Jelly. How about Mango Markets? Mango Markets pumps when it does. Mango Markets says I'm cracking. Wow, that's brutal. This actually broke out. Okay, let's not look at that one. Anything I know here, folks. Someone shouted out folks the other day. There's Cubic, Magma Finance. I guess let's go check out this folks coin. It broke out. This is looking fire. Folks, it's looking really, really good. So what I would want it to do is I would want it to pump out of the break. Like, I don't know if I'd be longing this or anything. Yeah, I don't think I'd be longing this personally myself, but let me look at our liquidity gaps right here. Yeah, it looks like Chiliz is pretty bottomed, guys. Like, we just keep ranging at this resistance here. Okay, so if we could break this resistance on folks around 755, that would be an insane long. So I'm going to set an alert right here. Sui, Lincoln, LTC looking quite pumpable. Awesome. Yeah, Sui's going to be a really good recovery. Really, really good recovery. So we have a triple bottom of Sui right now. Very nice triple bottom. We're ranging at that fair value gap. We pumped a bit. We're ranging. We're in a pennant. Do we break out? Let's look. This could be a really good trade. Okay, so Sui. Looks like we're going to get a Christmas rally, guys. I'm really good at TA, and I normally break it down pretty good. I just don't see us dropping much more, at least right now, till the top of the channel. So yeah, if Sui breaks out this area right here around 149, this thing is going to move. Your MACD is turning up. Your 18-hour MACD is crossed up. Your daily MACD is crossed up. I will say this, wouldn't this be the perfect time to pump the market because the main investors are gone for the Christmas time? So leaving out on gains, essentially. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I would say watch Chiliz, watch Folks, and watch Sui. Chiliz is absolutely my top trade, guys. Do not take your eyes off of it. It broke out on the macro, and I see a big move coming if we could hold this support. And it did break out. So it is just ranging sideways. And that's all I got for everybody tonight, guys. Thank you very much for joining the live. It looks like Bitcoin is going to pump. If you guys are not at beastlimitless.com, guys, do it. For the people that are not active in there, guys, I know we have a lot of good traders. Go in the pack chat and post charts. If you're shy, it doesn't matter. Come in here and post charts in the pack chat, okay? Shout out to Brian, right? Ave crushing it. Look at that. Right from our entry. But yeah, guys, go in the pack chat. beastlimitless.com is completely free. A lot of these guys right here, Sinster Scalper, I give the green light to. Follow his trades. You will make money. Moises, follow his trades. You will make money. GP, follow this guy's trades. You will make money. Guys, these guys are great traders. As much as I want to be active 24/7, I would love to be. The reality is I learned this once by being active too much for 4 years, and I burnt out. I'm not going to burn out. I have a new passion for this. I love trading. But watch these guys. They know what they're doing, okay? And they're posting their wins, and they make a lot of money, all right? So watch them, guys. They'll help you out. Non-financial advice, though. If you lose a trade, don't get mad at them, okay? Beastlimitless.com if you guys are not in it. We will be back tomorrow, guys, in the morning time, 8 to 8:30 a.m. in that area. Hope you guys have a great night. And guys, watch Chiliz. Okay, I think I've sounded like a broken record, but you've seen what Ave did. You've seen what Ave did. Watch Chiliz. All right. If it breaks down, it breaks down. It is what it is. This is the market we're in. It is the watch. It is a low leverage or a spot. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Just beastlimitless.com. No mighty. Just beastlimitless.com. I want to see everybody active in here. All right. Okay, guys. Hope you have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's stop losses and profit, protect your capital, all that jazz. Take care.